Well, hello, kids, dreamers, and jammers. Yes. Welcome to
She got it.
episode of Park Streamers Hangout. I'm here with my co-hosts that you know, Theme Park Casual and Berry Place 28. And before we get started, we'll go ahead and go around and kind of tell everybody where they can find you. So, Theme Park Casual, where can we find you?
Well, hey, kids, you can find me on YouTube, X, and Instagram, all of them at Theme Park Casual.
Wonderful. And Mr. Berry Place 28, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, and Facebook, all at Berry Place 28.
Perfect. I like how you have it all there. So, you know, I should do that. Then I'll remember where I am.
So I don't forget.
Cordy in California, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and my Discord.
Awesome.
All right, so we have, see, I'm already ready to get into it. We do have a lot to kind of cover. We've got some hot topics that I think you all are just, you know, ready to give your feedback on. But before we get into that, we just want to welcome you all into the chat here. So who do we have?
We've got Paul M. Knowit. We've got Kelly DiMaggio. We've got Second Star 775. We've got Mike Smith. We've got Buddy Hepburn. We got Mattercam Matt. Pirate Queen Twish. BB6 Slappy. We've got Spencer Walker. Samantha K. Donald's Fan. We've got Fire Dragon 57, Spaceship Ears.
Carol G.
Scrolling. Carol G. We've got Orange Grove 55. What up, OG?
Yeah, Samantha K, Aaron Ford Jr.
We've got Jennifer Beausoleil.
Danhausen. Hello. Did you guys say Scooby Bingo?
No, hi, Scooby.
No. Scooby.
Nemo 7?
Yep, we've got Fire. That's Fire Dragon.
Oh, well, hello.
I know, I'm not used to that name.
We got Triple B, so if you guys want to welcome them in by their proper name. And you guys are confused as all heck.
Huh?
It is the name of the banana foam cold brew. But
Oh.
Just say it, Danny. Oh, he did. He did.
Danhausen, welcome. Aaron Ford, welcome.
You didn't say Banoffee, though.
You didn't say Banoffee.
I did the day that everybody just showered chalk with 1 million donations. So that day we did say it.
But Cordy and I didn't get to hear it, so maybe you could repeat it for us so we know how
the live stream. The live stream is up. The live stream is up. You can watch it to your heart's content.
Banoffee. My programs are it those.
You know what? Just make a video, Cordy. Next time we do our intro. Welcome to Banoffee.
Yeah. Where all we talk about are Banoffies.
That sounds weird. Jessica Coloma, welcome in.
Carol G. Hello. Oh, did you guys say that already? Sorry.
But we're here now.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love it.
Oh, this is going to be a great show.
Dash at Disney. Good to see you.
Hey, Dash. TPC just say exactly, right?
Right, Slappy?
I'm not falling for it.
Mhm.
It's cheesy
Banafi,
marketing,
Banafi.
and I will not endorse it. Will not play along with their silly little games.
So, Bob, next time the background, you could just make it a Banoffee background. When I do this,
No.
I love the drink. The drink is fantastic. It's one of my favorites. In fact, I've already had 3 of them since they reintroduced it, and it's one of the most expensive coffees there.
because you have to
I
add the cold
I know,
foam.
yeah, because they make you pay. They know what they got.
It's a
Annette
fantastic-
Navarro, welcome in.
I'm working on something, Cordy.
I think TPC.
No, don't add to these things.
I think he should walk the clock walk either as a banana or as a banoffee. In a big cup.
I would do the banana thing if I hit 10,000. If 10,000
Okay.
is my account, I will dress as a banana
Okay, there you go. See? Look at that.
of a phony coffee cup and let everybody know that
You're a banoffee.
I am that word. GV, welcome in.
Hi, TV.
But it comes at a cost. But it's for the kids.
That's right.
So, as you guys get more generous and tell your friends, hey, can you just $10 to this guy? We need to get him dressed as a banana. That's all it takes.
Danhausen. I think Barry Place did say hello. Someone welcomed you in.
Yeah, I did.
I know. I did say Danhausen. I think it might have
Sanchez needs cookies.
gotten muddled. GV, welcome in.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Or a shirt that says blah, 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 blah is a perfectly sensible and catchy name. I could make a shirt for that. Yeah, I could do
How
that.
did I do that?
I've actually got a little secret project going on off to the side, dealing with
Secret project.
a certain cold brew friend of ours. And we've got Mike Smith, member for 15 months. Oh, that was Kelly first. Okay, we'll do Mike real quick. 15 months. Thanks for all the fun. Thank you for the continued support. And yes, flags in the chat.
Thank you, Mike.
And then we also have Kelly DiMaggio, member for 5 months. Thank you for the continued support. TPC needs a tomato hat too with his. Okay, now we're getting ridiculous.
Are we really? Are we getting ridiculous?
Are we really? It's a fine line between ridiculous and classic TPC.
Let's see. Okay. All right. I think, well, sorry. I just found something really cool. I can't wait to show you this.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hi, Davey. Welcome in.
At Mattercam, thank you for the 15 months. He says, that's a lot of, I can't quite read that. Cordy, can you read that?
You started. You have to finish the.
I can't read it. I don't know what it says.
Mattercam Matt. Are you hearing this right now?
It's just.
But nothing.
Whoa.
Hold on one
Thank you,
second. I
Mattercam
want to
Matt.
share something.
And we've got Slappy coming in
Oh.
with 14 months.
Slappy.
And what does Slappy say, TPC?
He says free something.
Free Banoffee.
I'm all for free stuff. And Davey, welcome in. Am I going to D23? No, I'm not going to D23. I heard that getting tickets was crazy, so I usually don't go to those kind of things just because it's a stress level that I don't like. So I leave that to our friends like Berry Place 28 who likes to go to those places. And
wait, Cordy, are you going?
No.
So you're not going, and you're not going.
Only you're going. So we're all going to live vicariously through your posts and streams and updates.
Okay.
GeoFire, welcome in.
Exactly, Mattercam Matt.
TC is suddenly.
I sometimes don't read so good.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think is really cool? Let me see if I can bring this up here.
It's kind of like the inverse of Tourette's, where I just suddenly don't say words. Oh, Spaceship Ears.
Oh, yeah.
13 months. Fine.
Nice. Thank you, Spaceship Ears.
13 is lucky 13. Thank you, Spaceship Ears. Flags in the chat.
Thank you, Spaceship Ears.
There we go. Oop. Oh my goodness. Someone sent me a text message about what I'm working on. I'm like, no, it's not what you think. All right, let's see if I can bring this up here.
Touretteus oppositus?
Opposition.
Yeah, I can't even read those words either.
Touretteus.
You and your $5 words.
Hope has helped me to, but by having me recite the tree. I can't. Why am I hosting?
Why am I hosting? Tyler, welcome in.
All right. Here we go. I want to show you guys this right here. Since we're talking, let me share my screen. All right. This is one for you, TPC.
Uh-oh.
Banafi. And if you like that one, well, you're really gonna like, the actual just logo of Banafi, or you could go with the thumbnail of Banafi, or if you want, you could actually do this because look, it's got a mustache.
I like
that theme
one.
park casual you should wear sometimes. Yeah, that's a cool one. Or you could just go with this one, or this one.
Oh, that's cute. That's like a Squishmallow one.
He's cute. What's that?
It's like a Squishmallow one.
Yeah. All right. But I do like this one. Look at that. Isn't that cute? A little animation.
One brown banana.
I thought it was too, but I think it's a coffee bean.
Yeah, it's a coffee. Well, it's coffee on top of the banana on the bottom. Yeah, it's
I was going to say something too, like, wow, it's really
Take a banana.
banana.
Tom, welcome in.
All right. I think we better get to the topics of today's show.
Yeah. Bob shows new glitter shirt yet?
What? I don't have a glitter shirt. You bought me a glitter shirt. I gave it back. And for everyone that doesn't know the story, so last year I went to Florida with my family. I met up with Tom and his wife for dinner and some other streamer friends of ours. And Tom was kind enough to give me a very see-through glitter shirt. Yeah, I kind of gave it back to him right away. So,
allegedly.
Sounds exactly what a person who has a see-through glitter shirt would say.
Exactly.
Okay, so on to today's show.
All right.
All right. So I think we're going to start with something we're pretty excited about. I know I was excited about it. I got to try it out last night because I'm like, I wonder if this is real. And then I would look at the cast member and he would look at me and then I would look back at him and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to let me get on.
Are we having a moment?
Like, why does this woman keep looking at me like this? So,
He started sweating. I started sweating.
I know.
We didn't know who was going to be the first one to move.
Should we talk about how this came to be?
I'm just picturing the theme from Good, Bad, and the Ugly playing.
Yes, that's exactly how it was. Because I would look at him and he would look away, and I'm like, "What's going on here? What's happening?"
That's funny. We get all. Okay, I'm going to take another step.
I was like,
right, they didn't say
go
anything.
First. Lynn, block me. I think that's one of that stuff gives me the most anxiety is when I'm like, I've either been called out for something before, right? Like, oh, I didn't know yesterday. Okay. Or yeah. So I was so nervous, even though it's been announced like multiple places, including Berry Place 28. But yeah, so how it all started, did you want to go into the lore? Gimbal.
Yeah, I was trying to bring up
the wee lad.
Yeah, but the wee lad when this happened. Can you believe this? Hold on, I was trying to get my clip up so I could show you guys real quick.
In the meantime, Tweet and Pearl, welcome. Oodalali Lane, welcome.
What's that?
Pearl. Tweet and Pearl's in the
Tweet and Pearl
chat.
And we got Oodalali Lane as well.
Hello.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see.
Soggy glitter songs.
Oh. Okay, well, apparently I wasn't able to bring it up, but what did I miss?
Are we having another hootenanny? Yes, always.
Oh, yep. Yes, we are.
Way to go.
So I was at Disneyland last week on was it Wednesday? Thursday. And I was doing a morning morning to afternoon live stream, and I happened to go over to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Now, first of all, I was over by Pirates of the Caribbean, and it says a 5-minute wait. I'm like, oh, no way. And I rush over there, and it's still a 5-minute wait. I'm like, no way. Walked right through. I get up to the front, and I show the cast member my wrist strap for my gimbal. He says, oh, you don't need that anymore. You don't have to do that. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, no more. And I'm like, since when? He goes, since yesterday. Changed the policy the day before, so you no longer have to wear a wrist strap. And I was like, get out of here. And I looked around, and I saw people in the train vehicles, with their cell phones out, with no wrist straps. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Got in the vehicle, never said anything. Later on, I went and wrote it again on my second live stream that I did that day. Yeah, and not once did they ever say anything. I was like so relieved that happened, because I got to tell you, like Cordy said, you kind of have anxiety. You get up there and you're like, you want to make sure that you show the cast member, because when you sit down, even though you have a wrist strap and you've got your gimbal, you got the cast members going, nothing in your hands, take everything out, put it in your pocket. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, they're really strict about that. And then someone goes, how come he can wear one, or hold the, and it's like, he's got a wrist strap, that's why. It's like, and then you feel like you're singled out. So it's really kind of crazy, but yeah, that was great news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't realize how often I used to go on it and how much I avoided it now, because it was like, I don't have to take the tripod off, put the strap on, and then the anxiety, because then it's like, okay, well, I waited 25 30 minutes, and then at the end you're going to get that one cast member who just going to flex on you for whatever reason and just be adamant. So usually, but yeah, like with the anxiety, it was I'd ask. Sometimes I'd ask the cast member that's distributing, people to the rows. I'd ask, I'm okay with this, right? And then I'd be up there, and you do the same thing. You're like eyeing the person that's at the control panel, because they're the one that's going to make the decision. Right. And there was, a couple of times that I would go and I would mute, and I'd say, I'm okay with the wrist strap, right? And they'd be like, oh yeah, you're good. And then I'd be like, okay, cool. But yeah. There was always that. I don't want to have to wait here and then get called out and have to do the walk of shame, okay, I'll get out. And
yes,
I'm a bad boy. I know.
I know. It's so sad, because you go through the whole line, and I hadn't been on it since the time, because I had the wrist strap and I was doing the whole like eyebrows and like, hey, yeah. And then, but she was still like, nothing in your hands. I'm like, So what do I do? So I'm like, okay, I'm like holding it between my knees, like, okay, this makes a lot of sense right now. So they got to look at the back of the seat for the whole ride. But yeah, but it was nice to go on last night and not worry about that.
Yeah, so that's like I said, I'm surprised at how often I would just like kind of look at it, see like the weight, and be, nah.
Yeah, I didn't avoid it, but obviously, you know, if it was brought up, or you know, depending on the time. So here's the thing: I bought a couple of wrist straps that just kind of cinched that I could put onto the gimbal real easily and take off real easily. I had originally bought one that actually had a screw that screwed into the side of the gimbal, and that was great because you know, I could just leave it on. But I noticed that I didn't like having to take it off or put it back on, so I did one with a simple loop that I could put on, and it made it a lot easier so that when I got on that ride, it wasn't such an issue. And then sometimes I just kept on because, you know, you go on other rides that you're like, oh, I'll just keep it on here. What I thought was interesting though is they didn't do this for Rise of the Resistance. They were just doing it for Mickey Minnie's. Now, granted, Mickey Minnie's, you know, jerks around a little bit more and kind of moves you side to side. But it just didn't seem to make sense why they're making you do it for this one and not for Rise. And then I'm so glad they finally got rid of this policy, because to me, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. And I was bummed because there's a couple times where I was like, oh, I should get out and, you know, take my other phone out and do some shorts. And then I was like, oh, I can't do that because, you know, I don't have a wrist strap on it. So now at least, you know, we can film and not have to worry about it.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Thank goodness for that. So you should probably see a lot more of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway from all three of us going forward, which is great. I do love that. And I know it's not really kind of on the list here, but since we're in Toontown, I got to go on Roger Rabbit for the first time.
Oh, me too.
And I have to apologize to Lynn again because she didn't like the spinny rides, you know, and so I was like, oh, it doesn't spin anymore.
Well, it does spin, and it spins on its own.
Yeah.
You know what drives me nuts is when I first got on it. Well, yeah. So for me, I got on it and I was like, oh, I can turn the wheel. Okay, this is kind of cool. But then I soon realized you're just spinning the wheel and it just kind of does its own thing. And it's really disappointing. I mean, it kind of did that before, but at least you had some control over whether it was going to turn left or right, especially, you know, to me, it was always fun because Ariel loved that. But now it's like, oh, well, you know, you can spin all you want, but it's going to turn the way it wants to.
Yeah, I found that it almost spins more. It's like, because it was always tough to spin because if you hit it at the wrong angle, it's just fighting you the whole, you know.
And then it like jerks you this way and that, right? It's kind of a little rougher, I feel like, too.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like, because it's more now. It's almost a greater sensation of spinning and getting jostled around than it used to be.
Yep, but exactly.
You would think that, you know, your own spinning, you'd be able to, you know, really get it going.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
or not, right? Like Devin says.
Yeah, exactly. You could try to hold it in places, but that was tough. That was really tough on that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do we know why? I don't recall if we knew why.
I'm not sure if they ever released an official reasoning. It would probably just be rumors, you know, from people that know cast members and possibly get the skinny on that. But I don't know.
And has anybody asked? I thought about it after I left because I said, I wonder if they have any cars that really don't spin, like for people that are like, I can't have it spin at all, or if you just, you know, don't get to go on.
Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, if they're going to do this, it's like put an option to where you don't spin, but I don't know. I wonder how that would feel. That would feel weird, I think, in Roger Rabbit. I think it'd be really odd, but. Yeah, I mean, you would think that they'd have an option to say, you know, hey, can we, you know, can we click off the spin action? Because that would be nice to do for people.
Yes. Yeah. We got another teacher, Kim. 15 months of fun. Thank you, Teacher
And
Tam.
flags in the chat for Tammy.
Oh, Dizzy Grandstand, welcome in. And we are going to get to your comment when we talk about pirates.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Don't you worry.
I'll start the comment so we can come back to it. So,
Tweet and Pearl says, I have not been on. You have not been on ever, huh? Yeah, it's it would have been nice, I don't know. It's nice to have gone on it before and then how it is now, just so you kind of know how it was, how it used to be back in our day. Okay.
Barbara Duncan, welcome in.
Hi, Barbara. Okay, so before we get to that topic that I see in the chat, we have something that actually opened back up finally. I think. I mean, now it's official.
Yeah,
I would say it's official.
Hopefully it's official. That poor little restaurant, man.
I know. Earl of Sandwich is now open in downtown Disney. I think the location is perfect. Like that, they're going to get a lot. I mean, they already got a lot of foot traffic, right? It was busy there all the time, closer to the park entrance. But I like where they're located now because we've got all the activity going on there, and you can just walk through security, get your lunch, sit at a table, outside, or you can. Of course, go inside the restaurant, which I haven't been there in person, but the video that I've seen, it looks really nice. I like it. It's nice and bright, and lots of registers, tables.
Like we said, they've been moved around, and they're closing. Oh, they're not closing. Now they're closing. Yeah. No, they're not closing. Yeah, they're closing. Oh, they got a little trailer back here. It's like, gosh, man, that poor little restaurant. And there's a lot of people that love Earl of Sandwich. In fact, that Sideshow Casual, when he goes to Disney, that's his thing. Earl of Sandwich. Go to Earl of Sandwich. Go to Earl of Sandwich. Ever since, gosh, it was like little when we first started going to Earl of Sandwich, and it just became a tradition for us. When we would go as a family, on a whole day thing, or if we were there for several hours, and we were going to have lunch, we're going to Earl of Sandwich. That's I mean, I love the holiday turkey sandwich, so I think they've got the best one.
I think my kids did too. That was like one of those stops where they're like, everyone liked, had something that they liked there. Yep. And it's funny how it's kind of full circle because they're really almost right back in the spot that they were in.
Right. I know. It's like after all this, they get moved, 100 feet back.
So that's kind of cool.
I will say one of the things I liked about where its location was before, where the La Brea Bakery was, is that if you came out of the park and you wanted to get something to eat really quick, instead of having to walk all the way into downtown Disney to try to get something, it was right there. And that's one thing I definitely liked. And that's the one thing that Porto is going to have going for it. But I really am bummed because now I've got to walk all the way kind of in the back to get to it.
Or monorail.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you could do that too. If you're in the park. Yeah. So.
True. So that I think they're doing what do you say? Oh, I didn't know there was an Earl of Sandwich in Florida, or is it at the
Disney Springs?
Disney Springs?
Yeah, probably.
So. Yeah. And of course, don't forget with Earl of Sandwich, you got right next door. What do you got there? The new Gordon Ramsay restaurant.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Soon.
So you have your super expensive place to eat, or you have your inexpensive place to eat. And I am interested in trying it.
Oh yeah, the desserts. I think isn't it? I think it's still Sweet Bee. It's a Filipino bakery, but it's so good. They have of course those themed, right, like ube and stuff, but then they also just make all of the good sweets. But I think it's still Sweet Bee
for Earl of Sandwich desserts.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw somebody post cookies that they have, and the cookies, they've got full Kit Kat bars practically on the top of the cookie, and I'm just like, that's a little much.
I think let's see, or Bee Sweet. Sorry, I called it Sweet Bee. Bee Sweet.
One of the things I like though about the Earl of Sandwich restaurant, the old location, is that they actually had a little pizzeria there, and you could sit around where they make the pizzas and
on the tavern side.
stuff.
Yeah,
that was really cool. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I hope they have something like that still.
Yeah, I wonder if I guess you could still have it, but you do have Naples, right? If you want like
the little pizzas,
larger pizzas, or you can get the to-go ones, which I think is the best. Right next door, I love the personal pizzas that you can get over there. So good.
Yeah, Tweet and Pearl, they have all kinds of sandwiches at Earl.
Yeah, they do. In fact, I can here. I think I've got. Oh, where'd it go? I thought I had the menus here. Oh, I gotta select the city first. Let me go to Disneyland, downtown Disney.
Nice one, Spaceship Ears.
Yes.
Wait, what do you say?
Missed opportunity. A Gordon Ramsay / Mr. Toad collab. Hell's Kitchen.
Right? He could have said, guilty. Thank you. That is all. Have a sandwich. Okay, so this is the menu. You do have Earl's pastrami, but they have the egg and cheddar for breakfast. Oh, these are breakfast stuff. Let's get back past.
I've never had their breakfast. I need to do that.
Me either, because that's the thing is you have to be there for breakfast, and it's usually in the morning. Oh, it doesn't say the time here, but usually you have to be there earlier in the morning.
I think it's because they open at 8 or something like that, and I'm like, I'm going in the park.
Yeah. But they have the Earl's Club. They have the original 1762, which is their there's one sandwich they're kind of known for. Chipotle chicken avocado. They've got a tuna melt. They've got the full Montago. Is that how you say
Montague.
Caprice. Oh, Montague. Thank you. Montague. I can't even. Wow. Okay, Bob. Caprice. You got holiday turkey. You got the Italian. Danny really likes the holiday turkey.
Yeah, their holiday turkey, I think, is the best one that I've had. I've had a few different ones, and theirs is still my favorite.
My favorite is the ham and Swiss, and then of course you got the Cuban. They do have cold deli sandwiches as well, like the Zesty Italian, Ultimate Double Monty. You have the Cook's Capri, and then of course you can make it a combo. They do have some wraps, which is nice, so you can get those. They also have salads, which is great. And they usually have a tomato soup.
Tomato soup.
I know. I bet you anything we could get Theme Park Casual eat that.
At Panera, they had these things, they were calling them dippers. So it was like a hot sandwich with not a lot of stuff. It was like chicken and cheese or chicken and pesto. And then they gave you the dipping sauce, which was a tomato sauce, basically their tomato soup. And I was dipping it in there. I tried it and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. So as long as the tomatoes are pulverized and seasoned to where you don't taste tomato, it's fantastic.
Like tomato sauce.
Right.
You do have your cheese pizza bread. So maybe that's what they're doing instead of the pizza. But that still looks good to me because it looks like an open-faced, French bread pizza. And then just for the kids, they've got the pizza bread, grilled cheese, and turkey and Swiss. And of course, you get your beverages there. So that is what is on the menu for Earl sandwich, folks.
And then breakfast is from 8 to 11.
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't had it, because usually if I'm there early, I'm in the parks.
At least it's later than 10:30 for like McDonald's.
Yeah.
And then 11 to 11, they're open after that. So I was curious about that. I wondered how late they were open. But
Oh, Barbara, she's all ate the Gordon Ramsay's place in London. They added aged balsamic on top of the dish table side. What a dropper. Okay.
Was it good?
It was a dropper. Yeah. I love Earl sandwich. I'm excited that it's back. So it'll definitely be one of my go-to places to check things out and get some food.
We've got some people who just joined. Krista Joe, EXP626, Choiberg. We've got Commando G-Man. And I know there were...
we got Theme Park Conductor in there.
Yes, Theme Park Conductor.
Oh, hey, Theme Park Conductor. We got to get him on our show one of these days.
I was going to say, if you guys don't know Theme Park Conductor, the other TPC, or another TPC. I don't want to say the other TPC. That's not fair. He's another TPC.
Another TPC.
So,
who started the channel first? Was it him or you?
I don't know.
Oh, good question.
So I'm not sure when he started his channel. So that's why I shouldn't be so rude as to say.
And Daywalker, hello, Daywalker.
Hey, how's it going, Daywalker?
All right. And Thomas said, "Why do I always leave here hungry?" Wait, where is it? I lost it. But oh yeah. Why is it every time I see a live with you all, I leave hungry? We'll do that to you, So yeah, so I don't think
I sense shenanigans afoot.
Did you already see it?
Oh, brother. I don't want to know.
Donald's fans, yes. I am downloading this, and hold on, give me a moment to share this. Yes, this is awful. I mean, awesome. It's awesome. Hold on, let me send it to myself so I can show it on the stream here.
Perfect.
But we can keep talking while this is happening. I know Danny's feeling flipped.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, let's just keep talking.
And Dave E, or no, is it Dave yet? Bob eating at Denny's live. I don't know about that. I'll eat at Denny's. I love Denny's. I just don't usually do it live. So,
Krista Joe, I know we love the food, don't we? We do.
We do. And Slim Devin, thank you for the gifted membership. Aww. And congrats to Mama Bear of One.
Bear. Very cool. Mama Bear.
Thank you,
congrats.
Devin. Thank you, Devin. And flags in the chat for Devin, everybody.
You can go in there and do flags.
Flags in the chat.
There we go. I did my flags. Let's see here.
Okay, so we need to try that. We all need to report back. Whoever tries it first will report back on a future episode on Earl of Sandwich.
Oh, report on Earl of Sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't think any of us have gone, right, since it opened up in the new location.
I have not. No. I think it just opened Friday, right?
Yeah.
So.
That's true. All right.
Do a quick short stream yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to do that. All right, so I am ready to show you guys what we just got from Donald's fan. This is awesome and amazing.
Oh, brother.
I can't wait to show it. It's so cool. There we go. If you like your banoffee, check this out. Yeah, there we go. That is funny. Look at that. So thank you, Donald's fan, and tell your son thank you for dressing up like a banana and pointing out.
I hope he came to you with that idea and you didn't say, "Hey, go get that banana costume on."
See, look how exciting this is.
Yeah, look, Danny is excited. Look at this. He's smiling. I mean, come on.
Look at your smile. See, you're like, yep.
That is so ridiculous.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. See, look, he's even got his cup. Oh, it's a Goofy cup. Yeah, that's a Goofy cup I sent to Dash to Disney. That's awesome. So cool. Love it.
Thank you. Oh.
Thank you, Don. Appreciate that.
Come on, you got to say it now.
Oh, God. That was the cutest rendition of a banana foam cold brew if I've ever seen, I think. I think that's got to be the most adorable one.
Yeah,
I was waiting.
I don't know what you guys are waiting for, because
I'm wishing for the nothing to find.
Getting serenaded.
This has gone into a realm that I never would have dreamed. Oh my God.
Just saying. I think the theme park casual is ready for us to move on to our next topic. Oh, before we do that, I need to hydrate here. Woo!
Wait, where's the violin music? We need set.
Oh God.
I had to get my banoffee. All right. Are we ready to talk about this next topic?
Oh, no, Fee.
The one that everyone's been waiting for?
Oh, Fee.
Which one has everybody been waiting for? What are we
Oh
talking
gosh,
about?
I don't know. What could they have been waiting for? Paul knew it has been like wherever he can fit something in.
How about if we just, oops. That's
Yeah, why don't you get right to it? I think we have a clip, right? We have something.
Yeah. I definitely have something I want to show you guys. Let's see here. Hold on for a second. So let's share this one. So we're going to be talking about this thing, the new animatronic unveiled. Now, I brought this up on my stream, and I want to get your opinion. So this is Joel. He's the lead for R&D Imagineering. Does this pirate look like Joel, kind of? Does it seem like it looks like him? No? Yes? No? I kind of thought it did. Yeah, all right, fine. Definitely not the hair, that's for sure. But
the pirate's nose is much more of a potato nose style. So
yeah, it is. But here's the interesting thing. He's trying to smile, but it almost looks like he's frowning in this picture. And by the way, this is the thumbnail for the Walt Disney Imagineering clip about the new animatronic that's been unveiled here. And I do have a video to show you guys. So let me see if I can just bring that up real quick. I believe this is the first one. Oh, here we go. Oh, sorry. I don't have audio. Let me go back and whoa, hold on to your horses here, people. Let's start this over. Whoa.
We could just speak for them. Why don't we just put in our own dialogue? Hey guys, look what we're putting into the
Here we go.
Well, yeah, still no audio.
Okay, can we just stop there? It says great moments in Walt Disney Imagineering. Just hold that thought as we watch these clips, okay? Because this is the beginning of this clip.
I don't have audio, Bob.
No audio?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, how come I have the audio? Well, that's interesting because I have the audio. So no audio at all, huh?
Mm-mm.
All right, let's try this again. Now can you hear it?
No.
No?
No.
Still can't hear it? Oh, that's weird because I just gave it. Hold on. Let's try this again. Can you hear it now?
No.
No?
Nope.
Nope.
What the heck? Okay. Well, that's not cool. That is so weird. Let me try something else real quick. Let me try this. What?
This is gonna be a long night.
It is gonna be a long one. All right. Let's see. Oh, maybe this will work this time. Stop. I don't know what you guys are saying. Wait, TBC, why do you hate the children? That's messed up. See, I thought you guys were making fun of me. All right, let's try this again. If you guys can hear it, just nod your head, please.
No.
What? Still nothing? Because I can hear it. I wonder why you guys can't hear it. Shocker. That is just bizarre. Okay, so then I have another workaround. So give me a sec here. We're just going to play this clip instead. So give me a sec to bring it up.
Mitch, welcome
in. Oh, whoops. Hey, what happened there? Okay. just saw it and I clicked off it.
Spaceship ears.
Okay, I think I've got it solved now. I hope so. Give me just a sec to bring this up. All right. Now let me know if you can hear it.
2, 3.
There we go.
There we
Thumbs
go.
up.
Now we can hear it.
Okay, let me try this again. So remember this says great moments in Walt Disney Imagineering. I don't think this is one of those great moments, but here we go.
We're at Disneyland in the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction, where we're debuting our new audio animatronic technology, a technology that combines projection with a partially articulated mechanical face to make our figures come alive. Our pirate isn't a new character. He's actually the same character. We've seen him these past 59 years, frozen.
Okay, remember this. He's saying this is not, a new character. This is, the same character we've known for the last 59 years. This is how I remember the pirate right here. He's holding the treasure in his hands. He's looking at it, admiring it. This is the way I remember Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
In a moment in time as a skeleton. But now, with this new technology, we're able to tell his full story, the story that's always been there. To see how we got here, let's...
Okay, the story that's always been here, but this guy is holding 2 treasure chests with him and a cursed coin.
rewind a bit to the animation building at Walt Disney Imagineering, where story and technology came together to help bring our pirate to life.
And by the way, they have the old pirate right there. They kind of moved him in front, but to me, I just don't see it. And by the way, they moved some of the treasure around. You'll see that the candelabra is behind instead of in front of the pirate now. But yeah, do you guys think that this is the same pirate as before? Do you think? I mean, I don't correlate it with the previous pirate.
Well, I mean, no, because everything changed.
Thank you.
Like you said, it did all change, and I was wondering because then when you brought up the treasure chest, I'm like, oh, is that where the projector is? Right? Like, is that why they had to do that so they could just there? But and I know I finally saw it last night, and Trish had brought up it's because people are like, oh, well, it all changed in the movie. When Johnny Depp was introduced or Jack Sparrow, and she's like, well, no, that doesn't happen right until later, right? So it's like the live pirates, right? In the living world. So this was all supposed to be, they did take away, right? Like it and I don't even know if it's from the movie, right? Is because then I'm hearing that it's not really jiving with even the movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, the treasure chest you had from the movie, he's got this little, treasure chest there, and then he's holding a coin that to me didn't look quite like the one from the movie. Yeah, it's a cursed coin. But that's the whole thing. It's like, okay, yes, you're right. Maybe it is following the new Pirates of the Caribbean story, but you're breaking the dead men tell no tales. That is what is happening here. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. There's a couple more things I want to show you from this clip, and then we'll talk some more.
In this project, we are working with one of our beloved attractions. It's called Scene 11, which is the pirate on top of the gold in the caverns where you see the treasure. What we wanted to do is take the character that was there and have him come alive, and to be able to tell the story of who he was before he became a skeleton frozen in time. He's a greedy pirate. He's sitting on top of the gold, opening up all these gold treasure boxes, and he finds one that has a gold coin, and that gold coin is cursed. So when he lifts and picks it up and looks at it, it casts a spell over him that freezes him in time. And then his own weight of his arm, after he turns to the skeleton, drops the coin, releasing him from the cursed treasure. But then his greediness looks at it again and says, oh, it's gold. I'm going to pick up that coin again. And then he becomes a skeleton again. And so for eternity, he's stuck in this loop. He has 3 moods. And those 3 distinct ones really define who he is and why he's up there.
Okay, so that's the issue I have right there. Those three things, distinctly describes who he is and why he's up there. No, it doesn't. I mean, I'm having heart palpitations here listening to this, because when I was watching this, I was like, no, that's not what this is all about. You guys have just totally missed it. Now, well, actually, I'm going to bring something up in a moment here, but I definitely think that they missed the point. Theme park casual, Cordy, go with it. Tell me how you feel.
Cordy.
TVC's like, I'm going to need a minute here.
Well, no, I want to hear your guys' take. I mean,
It's, what I will say is, from far away, it's just, the close-ups kind of are comical, but watching it on the ride, you're like, oh, it's there, it's moving, right? It's different, but I couldn't really see that much of what the face was doing. I'm kind of torn, because I always try to be like optimistic and like, okay, well, it's a good thing and change and da da da. But on the other hand, I do understand, where everybody's coming from, and just, I don't know, would the word be continuity? Because it's like, we all know at the end, right, where we see the character that's by the octopus, right? So you see the skeleton face, and then on the other side, you've got the human face. So you're like, okay, that's leading into, right? Like, it all follows that storyline. So the only thing I'm thinking, which I saw some people saying online, is that maybe this is just the first change. Maybe they're going to do this to all of the, you know what I mean? Like, the whole thing could change. So I don't know.
Oh, see, and you brought up the good point, right? Back when they did Red, right, or they added Red to Pirates of the Caribbean, I wasn't happy about that scene being changed either, because I know a lot of people, oh, well, Disney said things will change all the time. Yes, I know, but they're making change in the ride. They don't need to make a change to. This is, part of what history was like back in the day. And I know it was the auctioneer auctioning off the women and stuff like that. But the one thing they did add when they added Red was they added, like you said, Cordy, they added the skeleton that turns into a human, and then you go into the past. That was a great transition. That was a great addition. And I'm so glad that they did that. Because when you see all those skeletons, and then you hear Dead Men Tell No Tales, and then you see the skeleton turn to a human, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. This doesn't make any sense. Here, we just watching that video, he's saying, oh, well, he finds his coin, he picks it up, he dies, and then he puts it down, because the way the coin's too heavy, and then he comes out of it, and then he does this for eternity. Well, we didn't see that happening for eternity with the skeleton, What we saw was a skeleton, the pirate that turned into a skeleton while being greedy and holding the treasure. And that's the way I've always known it. To me, when you hear this pirate making all this noise, and by the way, it's really loud, you see him transition about 2 to 3 times, depending on, how quickly you go by the pirate. And not only is it loud, but he takes away from the treasure scene. It used to be before I would go, wow, look at all that treasure. That is so cool. Oh, skeleton. Woo. Yeah, there you go. The treasure. That's awesome. Now you just go, what's this with this pirate? Oh, wait, there's treasure. It kind of takes away from the treasure room for me as well. And the fact that it destroys, to me, it definitely destroys the whole Dead Men Tell No Tales line. I don't like it. I think it's terrible. And I wish they had just not done anything. Now, I'll tell you, when I found out about this, I mentioned this to my viewers, but I've known about this since like a couple days after they closed Pirates of the Caribbean. I happened to be at the theme park. I happened to be streaming, and I happened to meet this mom and her daughter who were influencers on TikTok, and they were like, "Hey, did you hear what they're doing with Pirates?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And so I muted my stream so that I could talk to her, and went, "Really?" So then I I had some conversations with her later, and then I reached out to my sources and I said, "Is this really happening?" And they said, "Yes." And I'm like, okay, this could be really good or it's really bad, because what I was told is that, hey, we're going to have a pirate that is going to, find the cursed treasure, and he's going to turn into a skeleton. And that's basically what I knew. So I thought, okay, it's going to be good or it's going to be really bad. But I was really crossing my fingers it was going to be good, because I really didn't want it to ruin the scene. But for me, it really has kind of ruined the scene. Now, is it horrible? It's not horrible, but it breaks a lot of things. And one thing I wanted to bring up that Paul Newitt had sent me, and Paul, I'm going to share this real quick. So I didn't get a chance to share this on my stream yesterday. Oh, let me open this up. Okay, so WDI has rules. You guys should be pretty much aware of these rules. These are the rules that they have for WDI. And these are Mickey's 10 commandments that you'll see over here. And as I scroll, let's see if I can scroll down here. There we go. So the rules that they're breaking here are 6, 7, and 8. Avoid overload, create turn on. So resist the temptation to overload your audience with too much information and too many objects. 7, tell one story at a time. Stick to the storyline. Good stories are clear, logical, and consistent. And then if we scroll back up to 8, which is going to be on the right-hand side of the screen now at the top, avoid contradictions, maintain identity. So details in the design or content that contradict one another, confuse an audience about your story or the time period it takes place in. Boom. So Paul, thank you for sending me that. I appreciate that. But yeah, they've done that. I feel like they've broken the WDI rules in a sense because they have broken that storyline. They've added too much. Now, should they have not changed it? I'm okay with them changing as long as they, if they'd stuck to the Dead Men Tell No Tales or they did something that was kind of neat. I just didn't feel like they needed to tell this pirate story by bringing him to life because first of all, it's not the same pirate. I'm sorry, but it's not. And second of all, if you're going to include something like this, make sure it flows and it's very, there's continuity. There's no continuity here. You see a pirate who's alive, turns a skeleton, and then we go and hear the Dead Men Tell No Tales. Doesn't quite jive with me. So, all right, that's my 2 cents.
It's crap.
Thank you. I'm out of here.
There's just, I mean, I did my stream on Saturday and talked all about it. But right now, it's the typical thing that Imagineering does. They can't help themselves. It's like everything needs a backstory. Everything needs to have so much lore behind it that they go too far in trying to make things, deep and, rich and whatever. It's the same thing. Like they always say, oh, it's so immersive and whatever. I don't want immersive. I want it to feel right. I don't care how realistic or whatever. It's like, just make it feel right. And this doesn't feel right. That's the problem. And when you look at the whole thing, and I've said it a million times, Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland is the greatest themed attraction ever made. I've said it for years. Everybody that watches me, they know that that's my feeling. Part of what makes Pirates so dang good is how it just teases you along for so much of the ride before really knocking you down with that, Waymaker punch. And so you start off, you walk in and next thing you know, oh, it's nighttime. How'd they do that? Because it is that transition when you go right from the queue and all of a sudden you're on Lafitte's Landing. It's like that. And you don't even realize that they did it. That's the amazing part. You're not sitting there watching the nighttime getting closer, really. You're paying attention to all the other things. And next thing you know, whoa, it's nighttime and I'm outside again. It's masterful. You get on the boat and what do? Start you off nice and slow in the bayou. Setting your mood, letting you calm down, letting you relax, letting you think everything's just fine. And just as you start getting toward this dark tunnel, things get a little bit creepier. As you go into the dark, suddenly shapes are starting to disappear and you're just kind of catching little glimpses of things. And you can hear a voice echoing through it. You can hear screams. And here's what I pointed out to my coworkers today, because I was ranting at them as well. The screams, not only do you hear the screams, you hear the screams fade away. You hear, ah, as they go down the waterfall. So it is your brain is picking up all of these cues. And as you make that turn, there is a talking skull above. This becomes everything just warps. This becomes a surreal experience. And you've just been drawn into this story. Down the waterfall. You're now underground. You're in the caverns. Down another waterfall. What's the first thing you see as you come around the bend? Pirates stabbed on the beach. All you needed to see was a pirate face down, sword in his back, another pirate stabbed right through into the rock. What else do you need to know about what happened here? Do you need a story about where these pirates came from? Do you need to know what color his hair was? Do you need to know if he was a French pirate, a Spanish pirate? No, you just need to know something went down and last man standing got the treasure. You move on. You've got the pirate at the wheel. You've got this incredible scene, so classic. Everybody knows the pirate at the wheel. That even in the midst of the storm, he's still holding on to his ship. You go to the saloon. What are they doing? They die drinking. What does that say, right? You see the captain's quarters. And I saw somebody point out, well, why is there a sign that says captain's quarters? Because that's the captain. He's letting you know, this is my room. There's probably, if I remember correctly, at one point it said keep out underneath it. So it was a captain's quarters, keep out. It was a warning sign. Anyway, so you got the captain. And what is incredible in that one is the little harpsichord or whatever, the little piano playing. You just see the keys moving. Again, it's that warped sense of what the heck is going on here. You get to the treasure room. And how many of you needed to know that this pirate loved his treasure? How many of you needed to have that explained? He died sitting on top of his treasure, protecting it because he didn't want to leave it. That's all you needed. So this is all being done the first chunk of the ride. You haven't even seen a real pirate yet. You're being dragged along, coaxed along, slowly going deeper into this, this crazy dream that's going on. And you go through the caverns with the dark, dead men tell no tales. You're cursed. You've seen the cursed treasure. And then you get to the pirate. And honestly, I didn't care for the whole transition pirate when they first put it in. I didn't care for it. I was like, it's a little too explanatory. It's like we didn't really need that. But because it was done with old school effects, I was like, it feels like it fits in. It was done with a style that fits the rest of the ride. You didn't feel like, boink, there's this weird, crazy technology happening compared to everything else. And then, like I said, finally you're hit with the battle scene. Suddenly it's like everything's alive and you're in the middle of a battle. You go on and it's the whole thing. A perfect ride. Even the return back to the top level, it's bringing you full circle and you realize I'm back where I started. Mm-hmm. It's like, did that really happen? These are all subconscious clues and things that are happening without you realizing. And that's what makes Pirates so brilliant. It is working on so many levels that you're not even aware of right off the bat. And by throwing this pirate in, you're breaking part of it. And when you see something like that happening, for me, it's who greenlit that? I don't care. The guy that came up with the tech, keep doing the tech. You're great. The person who said, hey, why don't we put it right here on the treasure room? That's fine. Take a risk. Take your shot. There's no crazy ideas, right? Everything's on the table. Let's go for it. Blue sky. The person who said, yeah, that's a good idea. Do it. That's the person I want to talk to, because that person doesn't understand Pirates of the Caribbean. And I would be very leery on letting that person run loose on, something like It's a Small World or Haunted Mansion. Don't touch those rides. Don't let that person anywhere near those rides, because they don't have an understanding as to what makes these rides the incredible themed entertainment art pieces that they are. And you could say it's just a theme park ride. No, it's an art form, because not everybody can do it, and not everybody can do it well. Disney knocked it out of the park and set the gold standard that every other ride is trying to achieve what Pirates did. And when you start messing with that and messing with the core formula of that ride, it makes me very suspicious of the people that are in charge.
Clearly, you've had that planned. Cordy, he had that down. Woo!
I know.
No, but it's not. I didn't have any of that planned.
No, I'm joking.
No, but I'm just saying that's how much I care about these rides. Is that I've looked into them, I've studied them, I've read people that write stuff about them. I've learned so much from Disney themselves, from way back when, that now I see things and I'm calling it out because your playbook from the 60s and 70s says otherwise. Mm-hmm. Did you read those? Have you studied the people that came before you and found out what they thought about things and how they thought about these rides? Because if you did, you would be very, very careful with making changes like this.
Well, exactly. So something else I wanted to point out that we technically know who this pirate is. A lot of people don't realize it, and it's so funny because I was doing a giveaway this past weekend. I bought some Pirates of the Caribbean lanyards that actually have the treasure pirate on there. And the funny thing was, I looked at it and went, "Oh my gosh!" And then I looked at the auctioneer in the ride, and I compared it to the old pirate that was in the treasure room. It's the same pirate, so it's actually the auctioneer. And it's crazy, when you compare the two and you're like, yep, the auctioneer, that's who the pirate was. We already knew who this pirate was. We didn't need to know any other backstory. It didn't have anything to do with a coin. But I wanted to show you guys real quick the lanyard that I was giving away, because this is Disney selling their merchandise for Pirates of the Caribbean, which means that it doesn't jive with, it's kind of like, the new bride they had for Haunted Mansion a little bit, but this is, to me, worse. So this is the lanyard that I was giving away. And if you look at it very carefully down below, there you go. That's the same auctioneer, and it's the same thing. It just, the pirate is with the skeletons upside down. So they're telling you who, this person is, but it doesn't jive with the merchandise. So it drives me nuts when they do things like that. It don't make a whole lot of sense. And like you said, I'm so glad that Paul had sent that to me with the WDI rules, because they didn't follow the rules. Like you said, they didn't take the time to read them. And if they did, they forgot about them. And that's my issue, is that you took a beloved ride that was already fine and didn't need to be changed in that way. And to me, it made it, it's not a horrible experience. It's just it's not the experience I expect, from Disney, especially taking such a beloved ride like Pirates of the Caribbean that has been a classic. I mean, I get more requests for that ride to go on than most of the rides in the park. And I love going on that ride. It's a lot of fun. It's amazing. But to see them make these changes that continue to me, degrade the ride, it's like, stop doing it.
Yeah, and that, like I said, that's the part that makes me a little bit nervous, is that if they're willing to do this, what aren't they willing to do? And they can mess up a lot of rides. I mean, like I mentioned it, that it's not that I don't like change and moving to better technology if you can. The Haunted Mansion Hitchhiking Ghost, that's new technology. That's not the same animatronic figures that are rotating on a conveyor. That's all digital now. But they kept the spirit of the ride. Mm-hmm. That's how you do it.
Yeah, it didn't change the ride.
Right. It didn't change. It didn't change the experience. And in Disney World, I don't know if it's still like that. It's all cartoony, and they're like throwing heads and skulls and stuff around. It's like, really, it's like, does that really go with the theme and mood of the ride? And that's part of it. It's like, it doesn't fit the mood. Everything's kind of starting to get wonky right there. I mean, even the pirate himself just looks bad. It doesn't look good.
A lot of people are saying he looks like a goofball.
Yeah, and like I said, push the technology, keep trying, But when it comes to, when you look at that, it's not show ready. Give me a break. It's like when they did the Hulk the Hulk meet and greet. That wasn't show ready. That didn't look convincing at all. That's my problem. It's like, if you're going to do something like this, do it in a smaller place, something that's a little less noticeable, but can still make a splash with, hey, we're pushing the technology. That's great. But taking the greatest attraction ever and degrading one of the greatest scenes in the ride, that tells me that the people in charge don't have a good understanding of what their product is.
Someone in my chat yesterday had asked me if I wanted to see where I thought we would see some of this new technology. And I thought of the Coco ride. They could definitely use in the Coco ride if they wanted to. To be honest, the projections just, I don't know. I don't really care for the projections very much. I don't think that they're as well done. Yes, this is cool because the projection is mapping the face and it's following the face and the animatronic. That's cool. But even when he turns into a skeleton, to me, it doesn't look 3D. It just looks like a 2D, projection onto the face, and it doesn't really cut it for me whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, I could see them doing this in other rides or attractions. I just didn't feel like they need to do it for this attraction. Yeah. Oh, is it Oodalotting said, Bob, I specifically said that Joel Imagineers and Pippi Longstocking had a pirate baby. Okay, that's funny. But yeah, it's to me, I think if they wanted to, show off this new, technology they had, then do it with another ride or attraction. They didn't have to do it here. It's almost like they said, hey, we've got this new technology. Let's showcase it. Where can we do it? Well, you know what? We can update Pirates. Let's do that. But that's what it seemed like they did. And that's what frustrates me the most, is that they didn't think about the continuity. They didn't think about the story. They didn't think about what they were doing, about the rules they might be breaking. And they just did it. And like I said, I was either going to like this when I heard about it, or it was going to be really, really bad. And I was, of course, I'm crossing my fingers because I want things to be successful. I don't like it when you see things and they don't work. Like, one of the most frustrating things for me is that, they changed Splash Mountain. And when they did, what did they do? Well, they added a new operating system. That doesn't work half the time. They added a bunch of animatronics. Those don't always work. It's like, oh, yeah. You got all this amazing technology that doesn't really work together. And yet, they think it's just amazing. And it frustrates me because, when you have things that don't work, like I was passing on the train the other day and nothing was working on Tiana's. I was like, oh boy, that's like, it's the final scene and you don't see the characters moving. It breaks the, immersiveness of the ride and the attraction. And I don't feel like I'm a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, people are talking that, it's just to show off the tech and to get, stockholders and investors excited and whatnot. It's like, if anybody's watching the online backlash to this, I think your investors are going, who's in charge with this? Because you've made a lot of people angry. And I get the fact that, investors are looking at money and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. When there is such a uniform backlash, I mean, I'd say it is probably 95% absolutely angry about this. Mm-hmm. I'd say the contingent that is saying, oh, I like it, or it's not that bad, or whatever, it's very small compared to the typical, divide between, when there's a change. Mm-hmm. Usually you'll get like about a, 60-40 split, one way or the other. 60% like it, 40% are angry, 60% are angry, 40% like it. You'll get somewhere in that range, where you can see that, okay, obviously there's a decent amount of people that are okay with it. This one, I mean, when you're going through comments on all the platforms, and I went through all of them, I was going through Instagram, X, and YouTube. It was probably 1 to maybe 50, possibly more, with I like it versus what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. But will those people that don't like it not go to Disneyland? It's like, if you're going to keep giving your money and
exactly
talking about it, then what you're saying, you're just complaining. So it's like,
Yeah,
That's,
but
you want
that's
to
the
hit where it
problem.
hurts, then
That's the hard part.
yeah.
But for me, it's I was saying, for me, it feels like it could get to the point where it's like Phantasmic for me, where I don't make time for Phantasmic anymore. Even when I'm walking by and it's going, I'm like, whatever. I don't get all that interested in it. And Phantasmic changed the course of my life twice. That's how much I enjoy Phantasmic. And I'm afraid that Pirates is doing the same thing now, that I'm going to go on it and I can't go on it anymore because I get angry and frustrated.
Right.
Every time I see that scene, I'll be like, and it'll ruin the experience for me to the point where I'll be like, okay, I guess it's been, a few months. Let's try Pirates again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even remember the last time I sat and watched Phantasmic. It was probably that time that we were up there, Cordy, at the front that one time. I think that was literally the last time I watched Phantasmic the whole way through.
Well,
and that's what I don't want to have happen. And it's like, I get it. I'm an old guy, the nostalgia, you need to let it go, old man. I get it, but you're breaking down one of the greatest attractions that's ever been created. The last one, and this is going to sound stupid, I get it, and it doesn't really mean anything other than the, Disney fan thing. The last one with Walt's fingerprints on it. That would be like saying, you know what, the Mona Lisa's nice, but I'm going to go ahead and touch it up a little bit to try to make it better. You wouldn't do that. That's what this is. This is an art form. And Pirates was an absolute masterpiece. It is the ride that every other ride after it is trying to achieve.
Well, the other thing that really bothers me is that Disney has shown that they really don't care about what people think. They're going to do what they want to do. I mean, obviously, when they decided to, change Splash Mountain, 21,000 people signed a petition saying, "Hey, get rid of it. We don't like this ride." And Disney said, "You know what? Yeah, we can turn this into Tiana's, Bayou Adventure." And 3 million people signed a petition saying, "Don't get rid of it," and they didn't listen. What happened to Rivers America and Walt Disney World? They got rid of it, and they're adding this Cars Land, attraction. And so to me, it's like Disney's not really listening to what people want. And I don't think that as many as, I got to tell you, it's probably about 90% of the people who are complaining or coming on to talk about this new pirate attraction, pirate animation or animatronic. I mean, 90% of them hate it or don't like it. And I honestly just think that Disney's not going to listen. And, it's like, oh, well, we'll just change things and keep doing the things we want to do. Now, I will tell you, things are hurting at the park. They're not selling Magic Keys like they should and whatnot. But, I don't know if this will make or break things. People love pirates, so I don't think it'll change their love for pirates, but I think it'll definitely make them disappointed. But I really wish that Disney would listen to the public and listen to the people and what they want. The funny thing is, when I was reading a lot of the comments online, it was like, we asked for you to change Tomorrowland and bring back People Mover, and you brought the pirate animatronic. We asked for this or this, you brought the pirate. It's like, people are asking. In fact, I think people would love a new Tomorrowland. Now, granted, Tomorrowland's going to cost a lot more than a pirate animatronic, but I mean, people have been asking for things for a long time, but it doesn't seem like Disney is really listening. So, and again, if they were going to do this, do it the right way, and they just didn't. I mean, even Old Nerd 64 at Disneyland says the new animatronic looks a lot better from the side, but when looking back after you pass it head on, it looks like a projection on a balloon. Kind of does.
Yeah, and going back to the, they're going to do what they want to do and not listen to the. There's a point where I completely agree with that. Don't listen to the public, because you're going to get everything kind of dumbed down to mediocrity. That's what AI is doing to everything. It's taking, the collective thought processes of the world and boiling it down to the average. And that's mediocre. That's not good. So if you want to do something great, you can't just give the people what they want. Walt Disney was the master of saying, I'm going to give you what you didn't know you wanted. I'm going to surprise you. That's What you need a visionary, but you also need somebody that understands the audience and can wow them in the right way. Walt Disney had plenty of flops. He had plenty of times where he was just like, wow, that did not go the way we wanted it to. Course correct. That's what I say. Course correct. There's times where, yeah, push the envelope, give them something that they weren't expecting. You might knock it out of the park. You might swing and miss. But if you miss, adjust your stance. You know what I mean? Adjust your swing a little bit. Don't, be adamant and be like, you know what? No, I hit a home run. The catcher has the ball in his mitt. You know what I mean? It's like there comes a time where you have to just admit that, okay, yes, it was probably not the best idea. Make the course correction. And then, like I said, continue pushing the envelope. And like I said, I'm not one to say, give the audience what they want. No, wow them. Go beyond what they want. Give them something they weren't expecting, because that's when you're going to have greatness. But with that, you got to take the risks. And sometimes you're going to. That's just how it is.
Yeah. And yeah, Christy, I did see your comments. Yeah, Disney's really not listening. It's up to them to choose to do that, but I don't think I think they're doing their own thing, kind of like what you mentioned. But ultimately, I want them to realize that if people are saying something and they're not happy, at least take into consideration, what people are saying. You can acknowledge it and still say, hey, we realized we did this and didn't make a lot of people happy, but this is what we're trying to do, and then move on. But they don't even do that half the time. Disney Grandstand says, I just feel that there should be some attractions that are hands off. I understand Disney will never be finished, and change can be good, but it can also be very damaging. Pirates of the Caribbean's hands off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They could have put a figure in Haunted Mansion. I mean, Hatbox Ghost kind of does the transition thing like that, So it's, I just think it's the wrong spot for it. I'm not, I haven't seen it in person, so I can't say, whether or not the effect works when you're in person. From what I've seen online, I don't care for it. I've heard, reports that it looks, great, and other people, it doesn't look that great. So I'm going to wait and hopefully see it on Wednesday, but it's the wrong spot for it. And that's again, it's one of those things where, did you guys really think about this and really decide that this was the best place to make such a change? I just think there could have been a better way to do it. That's all.
I think Barbara brought up a good point, and this is something we've been seeing for a while, but Disney drove away the Imagineers who understood what Disney was to people and why it draws us there. We've seen a lot of, our friend Chris Merritt, he left Disney and, now he's working with Universal. A lot of people left Disney to work for Universal because they didn't like the way things were going or the direction that Disney was taking with the Imagineers and the projects and things like that. And so I think that they have, and listen, I'm not saying that all the Imagineers are wrong or they're not doing a great job. I'm just saying that, some of the Imagineers that used to have there that would probably go, oh, we can't do this, we should do it this way, are not there anymore. And a lot of the new ones are thinking, what can we do to wow the people and do this? But they're not thinking about what the previous Imagineers would do or what Walt Disney would do. Now, Spaceship Bears brings up, I think it's important to have a good hard failure when you're young. I learned a lot about that. Walt Disney says that, and he says that in the animatronic, version of himself in that movie. And that's the thing, though, is that when they have failures, like when I was at D23 2 years ago, and I saw the animatronics that they were showing off with Frozen and Princess Elsa, I was amazed at the technology. But then when I asked the Imagineer, I said, listen, you've had a lot of issues with Tiana's, and Tiana's will be opening up this year. What are you doing to address those issues? Oh, we're always trying to learn from our mistakes. Yeah, but are you doing anything to correct what's happening over in Florida so that the same thing doesn't happen in Disneyland? Oh, yeah, well, we really want to learn from our mistakes and hope that, things like that don't happen in the future. It's like, what? Wait, you're giving me just this line here. It felt like he didn't really care. That's what drove me nuts about that. And again, it's not that I don't think they care. I just don't think that they're really looking at what people are seeing and they're going, oh, you know what? People don't like that. We should maybe change this, or we should do this or that. They're just kind of going with whatever they want to do. And that's fine. It's their company. They can do whatever they want. But, it's ruining the immersion and the experience for a lot of people and guests.
Yeah, I mean, somebody brought up that he looks like Olaf, and that made me think of the little Olaf robot, the walk around animatronic.
Mm-hmm.
That was the right way to test something.
Mm-hmm.
Because his mannerisms and his movements would be okay in the way that they can showcase them. It made sense. Even though they had their little issues or whatever with it, but that's the right way to introduce. Had they introduced a small child as a robot, everybody be looking at it going, that's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's what I'm looking at when, as a designer, I'm looking at that kind of stuff. It's like, was that the right vehicle to use to showcase this tech right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, to me, I would have looked at that and said, that's not show ready. It's good. You're getting there, guys. You're doing great. Not show ready. Certainly not on a marquee attraction. Maybe somewhere, on, like in Snow White or something like that. That's a little bit, you could get away with something like that here and there. But on a marquee attraction, not quite there yet. That's how I would put it. Even the BDX droids, perfect way to show off new tech. They completely enthrall you when they walk by. That's how you display your tech. You show it in the way that makes sense and people can kind of grasp what you're doing and can kind of feel good about it. This one, obviously, not a lot of people are feeling good about it. You've got a lot of people that are feeling actually really bad about it. And again, it was probably just the wrong place to do it. They've got how many parks, and they could have done it in so many different places to show it off that probably would have made better sense than this. So it's just it's a bad call from the people who are in charge to say, yes, let's go ahead and do it here.
So Christy brought up this and she says, no, I meant the screen upcoming movie ideas and polls of the guests. Disney needs to do that with the ideas that are tossing around. Well, they typically do that when you have things like Oogie Boogie, or they have the After Dark events. They'll send polls out to people and surveys and ask people what they think or what they thought of it. It's usually after the fact. They don't typically do this with the animatronics or different ideas they're going to be implementing into the park. Especially to current rides or attractions. And these are rides or attractions, not like movies. Again, they could poll people, about the rides or attractions, say, hey, if we were to change something, what would you like to see? But I couldn't see them actually doing something like that unless it was like an after effect type survey.
And there's an argument to be made that, if we don't do it on a marquee attraction, it's going to get lost. We want to make news. This is big time for us that, we're looking for investors. We want everybody to know we are cutting edge, all that stuff. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I still would have said, no, not there. If I was in charge. If I was in charge, I would be like, no, that's not the right place for it. Give me some other options and we'll see where it goes. But that spot, no.
Spaceship Heroes. Just wait till we get the Dwayne Johnson Maui animatronic shutter.
Okay, what happens if they put Moana? They take out the hula girls off on the one side, the 5 hula girls. What if they take those out and put Moana in?
That's blasphemous. Don't say that.
Again, you're taking something that's classic and you're putting something new in. I would be bummed, but I wouldn't be angry like I am with this. It's one of those things where you go, okay, I can see why they made that call. This one, I'm like, I don't know why they made this call. You know what I mean? So I'm not the curmudgeon that's, I want Disneyland exactly the way it was when I was 8 years old. I'd love to have a lot of it back, but I get that we have to move on, that there's going to be things that change. You know, when we lost Adventure Through Inner Space for Star Tours, that's an easy switch. As much as I loved Adventure Through Inner Space, I totally get why they would switch that out. So it's like change is fine. I'm all for it, but this one was a miss for me.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, we should.
I think we got our 2 cents in.
A lot of times when people complain, I mean, you know, just there's, how do I say this? And you know, if everyone gets mad at me, it's okay. If you're there at the park, here's my observation. So, and it made me think of it because of Fantasmic. So I enjoy all of it just because I'm like, I just love it. I just love hearing the music and seeing the show, even if there are many aspects that we are all used to that have been going there for years, it is missing. But when you're standing there next to a family and they're just like in awe of what they're seeing right then, you know what it used to be. But I think that's what touches my heart. And when I see people that come into the chat, right, they may not chat, but you can see your numbers go up. Viewers are coming in because they're like, oh, it's Fantasmic time. Oh, it's fireworks time. Oh, it's paint the night time. And just like in the chat and all of the comments online about pirates, is those are always the loudest voices, right? So we look at these numbers and we're like, wow, look at all these people that hate this and hate that. But you're like, there's 50 times more people that aren't saying anything because they're just like, I'm just happy that I'm here. And I know they changed this and I don't really know, you know, it could be their first time. It could be their first time there. So they have no clue. So I think, and that's just, I guess, to keep myself from getting too much, you know, like it hurts my soul, but it just to keep myself up is like, you know, thinking of that, looking at the kids, looking at the families that it might be their first time, or their kids are just like, wow, look at Mickey. And they're just so happy, like whatever it is that's happening there, they're so happy. But I understand the purists. I understand everyone's thoughts about it from, you know, having worked there, having gone on these attractions, having been, you know, it just, yeah. I don't know if I'm still going to go on Pirates. I'm still going to watch Fantasmic. I'm still going to go to the parade and enjoy, I guess, life and enjoy what joy it does bring to all the people and myself. So
yeah, no, and that's perfectly that's exactly the right attitude, though. I mean, I'm going to enjoy things still. I might, you know, kind of growl and scowl at that scene when I go by it in Pirates. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's like I still enjoy Paint the Night. I still think they do fantastic fireworks shows.
Right. I just didn't want it to get lost because I'm watching the chat. And exactly, Christy, but they're also fans of Disneyland in their own way.
Right.
So I don't think that it was a shallow meaning. I mean, but it's a new experience for them, for the newer generations, for the younger generations that are going to be going to the parks way after we're gone.
I think to sum it up, I said this on my chat yesterday because I had someone that came in while I was live streaming the second time I was in line for Pirates, and she was ecstatic about it. She's like, "Oh, we should thank the Imagineers for what they did. It's an amazing job. I love the Pirate. It's the new, edition is just amazing." And the thing is, she was excited and passionate about that, just like we're excited and passionate about, this, revision in a different way. The thing is, if you love it, that's awesome. If you don't, then that's fine too. Everyone has their own point of view and their own, view of it. Even though we don't really care for it, that's the great thing is that, we can decide what we like and what we don't like. Now, hopefully we keep hoping that, Disney won't keep changing things the way they are, but we kind of have to go with the flow. Like, to be honest with you, Splash Mountain will always have a piece in my heart, big time. I cannot stand Tiana's. I despise Tiana's. I think it's horrible ride and attraction. But the thing is, it's the same layout as Splash Mountain. It's the same water ride as Splash Mountain. I will always remember it as Splash Mountain, and I will have fond memories of Splash Mountain, and I will just remember it that way. But does it mean I'm never going to ride Tiana's? No, I'll still ride Tiana's. I'm not happy about it. I still, every time I pass by, I'm like, oh, that's a terrible decision. Why did they do that? That was dumb and whatnot. But at the same time, I just forget it, and I just have a great time. To me, it's especially because I'm there streaming for all of you most of the time. Danny, Cordy, and I, when we're streaming for all of you, we're there to make you happy and to have a great time with all of you. I don't really care about a ride or attraction that I don't like anymore. I'll still go on it. I just want everyone to enjoy the streams and to the parks. And while Disney may change things and we don't like them, or they may change things and we totally love it, things like that are just going to happen. And we just roll with the punches and go with the flow. But in the meantime, the thing I love about Disneyland is it's still the park that Walt built and he walked. And I'll always remember it that way. And I'll still keep talking about it that way. And we'll just, keep enjoying the park as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And if I ever happen to be, watching Fantasmic and there is that family that is just enjoying it and loving it, I'll sit there and be like, oh, you guys love it? You should have seen the first version.
I
that one would have knocked your socks off.
I thought you were going to do that. That is hilarious. I love it. That is great. Well, I think we're done with this topic.
Yes.
One more thing. I'm just kidding.
Great discussion, everybody. Right? I hope everybody kind of got some of that out, and
that's part of it. It's like we kind of got to vent to each other, and when you start talking about it out loud, it can I'm the type that once I start talking about it, it's like my level comes down. Even though I may seem like I'm getting excited, actually I'm kind of leveling out. I'm Italian. I need to talk and yell and scream, and then it's like, oh, hey, everything's good. So once I throw a few plates against the wall, and everything's, we'll hug and make up, and we'll go and take a nap or something.
All right.
But flags in the chat for Heather Smith, real quick. Guys. We got a new member.
Heather Smith. Thank you, Heather. Yeah. Wow. I gotta get the right. I've got all these chats open. I gotta get the right one so I can flags. Too funny.
And thanks for listening, guys. And it's one of those things where this is why I like having the Park Streamers Hangout, because we get different opinions. We don't. You're not sitting there just. We're not here for rage bait. We're not here to egg on one view or the other. We're talking about it, and you can see how we have different levels of enjoyment with different parts of the park. And that's what I like to see. I like to hear somebody else's opinion to say, what, TPC, I think you're going a little overboard on this one. Or, heck yeah, TPC, I completely agree. But did you even notice this part? That's what I like to see. That's what I love about hanging out with Bob and Cordy. We've got completely different views. And every time I learn something, we got Cordy, coming over and saying, are you going to go on Pirates again? Are you still going to go to the park? Yes, of course. So it's like, okay, yeah, it kind of puts me in a perspective of, all right, okay, hold on. Maybe I need to kind of take a look at this and realize we're talking about this little slice right here. And so that everybody doesn't think that I hate Disneyland and hate Disney and wanted to just watch the company burn. No, it's this one little part that I'm like, oh, why'd you do that right there? So it's I like it because we can give you guys perspectives.
Chris, Joe, now are you guys going to be like this once Autopia finally changes the cars to electric? No. See, this is the thing. We know that's going to happen. We know it's coming. And I assume that's going to be, a good change. I got to be honest with you. I don't really like breathing in the fumes behind the cars, but this is something we know about. So, okay.
Does that explain
explains
something?
a lot.
Does that
Yeah, it
explain
explains a lot there.
something?
Okay. But no, seriously, this is something we weren't expecting, and it was a change. So, but and by the way, this is not going to be the first thing. Look, we've talked about a lot of things in the park that we like and dislike. I mean, look at we've had Tiana, and we've had the Walt Disney animatronic, right? Now we have the pirate thing. I mean, there's always going to be something new every single year that they do that we may like or dislike, and that's a great thing. We just give our 2 cents But the cool thing is hearing from you guys in the chat about what you think, and then hearing from all three of us is really kind of cool. I love it. So we'll just keep doing it.
And Disney has had, like I said, Walt had plenty of flops, plenty of things that he was just like, ooh, let's try that one again. So it's just I'm like I said, if they get rid of Wondrous Journeys and put in a new fireworks show, all right, let's see. But to me, it's like you got to live up to Wondrous Journeys now.
That's a tough. That's a tall order.
Exactly. So if you're going to change it, be ready for that. And as an artist,
happiness.
Exactly.
I've tried. Oops, I'm going to knock my light off. I have tried. It's cute. There's lots of cute parts, but to me, it doesn't compare to.
Exactly. There's those things, but these are art forms, and that's why I'm okay with them trying something. But if it's a miss, just admit it and adjust. That's all I ask, because these, Disneyland will never be completed. So you can fix things if you miss. You can do that. We saw that with Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, I think there's that time frame though that they have to just like with any company. The company I worked at, just we would wait. I was there so long that I was able to okay, we're gonna have to do this for 2 years because they can't say, oh darn it, we made a mistake. You know what? We're gonna go back to this. You have to reinvent it, and it's really what you were already doing before. So it's it's almost like we are waiting, right, for them to
right.
Okay.
And that's the thing. It's like it would be if that is the case where okay, we did our 2 years, or there's a sudden advancement, and so they're saying, okay, we're going to change that one back because we did this advanced thing, and now we're going to put it over here. Fine. That's all we ask, is when it comes back to that, and we've come full circle, and like I said, they did that with Galaxy's Edge. They made the adjustments, but they had to make it seem like they did it on their timeline.
Exactly.
It was their idea, not because anybody was cranky and not spending the money that we wanted them to spend in this part of the park. We just thought it'd be great to kind of infuse it with a little bit of extra. Okay. So,
so I wanted to say that not only did we get a new gifted membership, we got Heather became a new member. That's awesome. Yes. Teacher Tammy D gifted a membership. I didn't see who that went to. Did you guys
Barbara
see that?
Duncan.
Barbara Duncan. That's awesome. That's awesome. And then Master Chief just became a member. So Master Chief,
Master Chief is in the park this week.
Very cool.
Awesome.
So thank you,
guys.
Now I can get rid of the confetti.
All right. So shall we move our chairs over to Knott's Berry Farm?
Yes.
Sure.
Right over.
Just take a quick little hop, skip, and a jump over to Knott's Berry Farm.
It is actually, right?
I know. Right.
We're going to talk about this other theme park. So I thought I'd let you guys know I was at Knott's Berry Farm the other night. Some of you joined me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it for Knott's Summer Nights. One of my friends and sources over there was telling me about Knott's, and we were talking. He's like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? And of course, he didn't know about my dad, who unfortunately had a stroke and then passed away earlier this year. And so I was kind of telling him what was happening, because he was like, I haven't seen you since Haunt. So what's going on? So I told him, and then I said, what's going on with the new mazes? And he goes, oh, you wouldn't believe it. He goes, they're having problems with one of the new mazes, the one that's replacing Grimoire. Can't seem to pass inspection. Apparently, they keep blocking certain exits, and they're having all sorts of issues. And now they're talking about having to redo parts of the mazes because of the way they built it. And they're worried about having it ready in time for Scary Farm this year, which is crazy. But he also said that things have not been very good at the park. They were mentioning that people, so if you're not familiar, Not Scary Farm usually hires people from within the park. They'll take people from attractions or merchandising or whatever to work at Scary Farm, either in the mazes or scare actors, things like that. And apparently some of the people who were used in those positions have been inquiring about what's going on. Am I going to be, going to, Scary Farm or not? Well, apparently Knott's has informed them that if you go over to Scary Farm, you may not have a job to come back to, and wherever you were working, whether it's attractions, merchandising, whatever. So that's got a lot of employees on edge, which is really sad to hear. And also, a lot of people who have been hired for Knott's Scary Farm in the past have not been getting callbacks, or they're not getting any information. They've been reaching out to Knott's about, okay, well, are you guys going to be, hire me back? I've always come back. I've been here for many, many years, and it seems like they're really cutting down on employees for Scary Farm, and it sounds like they're starting to have a lot of issues. Specifically, my source said Knott's is having a lot of issues, even though we're busy for Knott's Summer Nights and everything. The park's not doing so hot, which is really disappointing to hear. So I really hope that things get turned around. To me, obviously, they're trying to turn things around with a new membership instead of the season pass. But who knows? We'll have to see what happens. But I just wanted to share that with you because I thought that was kind of some interesting information, especially since we're going to be going into haunt season within a couple months here. So,
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Scary season starts on Sunday for most people now.
This Sunday?
July 5th. That's the start of scary season for a lot of people because it's 4th of July is done. Next holiday is next big holiday is Halloween.
No. You're getting it all wrong. You know what July 5th really stands for, don't you?
The day after July 4th?
No, it's our anniversary for Park Streamers Hangout. Our third anniversary. That's it. I'm out of here.
I'm like July.
And that's why we were looking at having our in Park Stream July 5th.
Yeah,
but it is a holiday weekend, so it's,
very place had to ruin that one. Sorry, I'm leaving out of town.
We knew it
but
too.
We are.
We're not going anywhere. We're like, yeah, sure you're not.
But you know what? We are going to have a meetup the following Sunday. So wanted to throw it back out to you guys and let you know that we are meeting at Knott's Berry Farm on the 12th. Not sure what time yet, but we will throw that thumbnail out there as soon as possible. And if you're in town, you have a Knott's pass, or you want to go and meet up with us, we are inviting everyone to come hang out with us. So let's hang out, have a great time, check out the bands, the music, maybe go on a ride or two. So if you're interested in coming and hang out with the Park Streamers Hangout, please come join us on July 12th. It's a Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be there that evening for the summer nights. It'll probably be the first time I get to check it out, most likely. So,
like 2 weeks away.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I always love summer nights. They do such a great job, and this year they've even added to it. So there's the whole other stretch of the, what do they call that section?
Oh yeah,
they call it the Knott's Summer Nights Market.
That's right.
Yes, and I got to tell you, I love it. I think it's great. It's just a little section, but they do it so well. What do you think, Cordy?
Yeah, no, I like that they hopefully they'll draw more people over there, because I think some don't, you're following the live music back and forth. So I know when I went there, I think it was a week and a half ago, they had the DJs going, they were doing line dancing, right? It was a really fun vibe. And Knott's had a film, their in-house film crew, but they were filming everything so I was like, really cheering for them. I really hope that, this is as successful as they need it to be, to continue and expand on it in the future. Because, man, the food's there, like talking to George and Lynn and others, right? It's like, now that they've experienced Boysenberry Festival and comparing it to, the festivals at Disneyland, now you're like, who's got the better, food? And Knott's is, is kind of winning on that side. So
Yeah, Knott's has done really well with their festivals, and they've even marketed it really well with the seasons of fun. And you go from Peanut Celebration to Boysenberry Festival to Summer Nights to Scary Farm, Spooky Farm, and then you go to Merry Farm. It's like, oh man, that's just a heck of a lineup, and they do each one of them very well because each one has its own little niche that they get into. So like Summer Nights, it's the food and the bands, and it is so much fun to, like you said, just you're basically just stage hopping the whole night, trying to make sure that you get to each band at least once, and you really got to kind of plan it out so that you can hit them all, because you've got Crazy Kirk, you've got Fiesta Village, you've got the Calico stage, and then you've got the Calico Square stage. Plus there's sometimes they'll even do Boardwalk Barbecue will have an act there. They'll have them over at the Fireman's Barbecue. They'll have an act. So it's when Knott's is firing on all cylinders like that, it's one of those ones where it's too much to take in one trip, and you're just like, wow, that's amazing that they were able to pack that much in. And I don't think I've been disappointed with any of the music acts. All of them have been, and some of them are like, kind of quirky, where you're like, I'm not sure about this. And then, they get going. And once they get into the groove of what their thing is, they just take out, and you're just like, wow, that was amazing. So
I know I want to go on Monday night so we can see Cassie B. And it was funny too, because I was telling my family about it, and they're like, let's go Monday. I'm like, we got Park Streamers Hangout. Let's go the following Monday. We're in Vegas. Okay, never mind. How about the following weekends? Park Streamers Hangout.
I know. Yeah, that's kind of been a little challenging, because I know, I mean, it's nice on one hand to have it scheduled, right? Like every Monday, every Tuesday, right? The same groups, but then it's always that day I'm like, oh, I think I'll go. Oh, I already went on it.
Yeah.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the bummer when you've got your, like me, it's like Wednesday nights are basically the nights that I can get out to the parks. So it's like, yeah, whoever's the Wednesday night, acts, that's what I'll be seeing. And it's like, oh, I wish I could get there Friday for Thomasina or Monday for Cassie B, or there's a bunch of bands that you start to get to know them, and that's what's really cool.
Some of them, like you said, some are just amazing. Like the other night, Adelaide Pilar. Oh my gosh, she was just off the hook, amazing, so great. And actually, Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies, they always hit a home run out of the park. And then of course, I think we had Nitro Express. I love 80s music, but I kind of thought that the 80s all-star band could have been a little bit better, but 90s band is always usually off the hook and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
90s rock show does a fantastic
job. 90s rock show is amazing. Yeah, very, very cool. So come hang out with us on July 12th. You hear some really great music and get to hang out with the Park Streamers Hangouts. And if you're available to come join us in person, even better.
Yep, just come say hi.
Yes, definitely. And we do have a new member.
Oh, yeah. I think we have a couple of new members that we didn't highlight.
Camille.
Oh,
Camille
yeah.
Magnolia.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you, Camille. Flags in the chat for Camille, everybody.
Thank you.
There was a question. And then I was thinking. So, and Camille said, I'm beginning to wonder if we should add on a day at Knott's Berry Farm at the end of our Disneyland 3-day trip in September.
Yes.
What time? What part of September? Right? I mean, because it's with once Scary Farm is going, the park kind of shifts a little bit. So you'll be in probably full Scary Farm mode, or at the very least, it'll be transitioning to Scary Farm. So check the calendar.
Yeah, check the calendar because in certain days they'll be closing early for Scary Farm.
Around 6.
Yeah, but those days can be good because the crowds tend to shift toward Scary Farm, so the daytime tends to be a nice time to visit the park.
And you get the Snoopy. What is it? Spooky
Farm.
Spooky Farm.
You get Spooky Farm.
Yeah, so. I would definitely. Well, my whole point is, anytime someone asks me, because like Disney Chip Fun, they keep asking me, should we go to Knott's Berry Farm? Yes, you should go. The reason why is because it's cheaper. different rides and attractions. Is it as immersive as some of the Disney stuff? No, of course not. But it's old town Western. It's, going back, you could see the Native American dancers on certain, depending on what day you go, you might or might not see them. But you just have different things and different experiences, different types of food, and they have some pretty good food there as well.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend it. Go check it out. And any time of the year, just go check it out.
Yeah.
Like Danny and Cordy said, check the hours and see what they are. Sometimes you don't get to stay as late as you'd like to. And they don't stay open until midnight. They usually stay open until 9 or 10 o'clock, especially in the winter. It's more like 6 or 8 o'clock, depending on, what part of the winter time you're talking about. But it's definitely worth it. I think it's great. So Camille, go do it.
They definitely have a vibe at Knott's that's its own unique thing. So.
And they do still have the chicken. Yeah, the restaurant's there. It's always busy. Every time I go, it's busy. And I actually really liked because if you're busy running around, you can pick up like a to-go chicken dinner, which a couple times I have. It's been like excellent because it's really busy, so everything's really fresh. But that's right next door.
Yeah, and right next to the door of that is the bakery.
The bakery, yep.
For the marketplace, so you
in the
can
park.
pick up some good food. Yeah, even if you don't go to the park, you got some of the shops to go to in the marketplace, which is great.
Yeah.
So.
And the pretzel, I haven't done that yet. They have the new pretzel, right? They took over for cable car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not done that either.
But I've seen nothing but good reviews, like people's posts, and they have dirty sodas, right? All kinds of different flavors. So
now they do have that event on July 1st. I don't know if you guys are going to try to go to it or not on Wednesday. But at the park, unfortunately, I can't make it. I thought I was going to be able to make it, but I've got a meeting that night, and I've got another. I got to get ready for my Vegas trip, so I'm probably not going to be able to make it. But are you guys going to go? Because they're having the 250th celebration.
I don't know. I'm scheduled for Disneyland that night, and with the Pirates thing, I'm like,
oh yeah.
I got to see it, and I was hoping to get on Soarin' one more time before it makes the change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be fun.
So selfishly, I'm gonna probably go to Disneyland.
Ms. Moon, they don't typically sell cookies in the canisters anymore. A lot of them are just in boxes now. So I love boysenberry. Anything? Yeah, I know. Me too, Tammy.
That's one of the things. Like Boysenberry Festival, I'll suffer through the seeds for some of those food items that have the boysenberry. It's like I gotta try it. It looks too good. When I had the boysenberry and Nutella crepes, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm like crunching seeds the whole time, but I'm like, oh, it tastes so good.
And I think since we're kind of on that topic and it is coming up, I was gonna say we could do this at the end, but we might as well it's pretty quick. Like we have what each park is doing, which is multiple days.
Yeah.
At least for 2 parks. So Knott's, right, we have on the 1st, are they doing fireworks? It's for the Independence Hall celebration.
They didn't say fireworks. They're having a 50s, 60s band, and they're having like stuff for the community. So they'll have some local vendors and stuff there and food. That's what they're doing at Knott's. So,
and then they have 4th of July fireworks only.
Correct.
One night. Okay. And then I know Universal's doing the 3rd and the 4th. So Friday, Saturday, because if you have a gold pass, which I have, we're blocked on the 4th and the 5th. So at least they give that opportunity to gold AP members to experience on Friday. And then Disneyland is doing 3 nights, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep. And then I believe SeaWorld is just doing something on the 4th of July at 9:30 p.m. for fireworks.
Okay. Good.
Oh, but that weekend, sorry, not only are they doing 4th of July fireworks, but they're doing a military appreciation weekend honoring our nation's heroes and all included with park admission. So that's really cool. So if you are, in the military, or you might be able to take advantage of the, free park admission. That's pretty cool.
And Camille asked, what was the banana dessert you had the other week, TPC? Was it the... No. No, I think it was the bread pudding. Is that what they have?
It's in Aunt Cass's. Is that?
Yeah. I think that's what it was. I think it was the banana bread pudding, and gosh, what is that? I'm trying to think of what it is.
Yeah, if it's there.
Does somebody in the chat remember what? Banana caramel bread pudding.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Good.
And it was good?
It was good. You got to like banana. You got to like banana. If you don't like banana, don't get it.
And if you want to mix your coffee with your banana, you can have banoffee.
That's true. Or you could go get the frozen version of that at Clarabelle's. They've got the dipped banana with toffee pieces.
Yeah, that was
Barbara's...
the same one, right? That was out during Food and Wine. Was it Food and Wine? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kept it. Okay.
Yep, I think they kept it.
Barbara asked, did it have a coffee component by any chance?
Not that one. Although I should have had a coffee with it. So.
All right. Hey, before we do Q&A real quick, because I know we want to get on with the stream, but I just wanted to show a couple of photos. The video that I have, I don't think it's going to play because the other videos I had were not playing. So I can't show you what Jamie was having to say, who is the wife of Team Carter, who is part of the team ambassadors. But Cordy and I had a chance to go to a media event last Thursday for Chalk, and it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. We got to participate in a little Disney trivia, which was cool, and we also got to eat some really good food, have some good drinks, but also we got to be around some of the other influencers, as well as Mike Young from Disney Fine Arts, and from Tim O'Day, who was on our show with Martha Blanding just earlier. Was it last? When was it? Earlier this year, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like February.
Something like that. Yeah. Yep. So it was really great hanging out with them. Let me show you a couple of photos that we took, which I think were kind of cool. There we go. So we just had a couple photos that we wanted to share with all of you. So they did have a little banner set up for Chalk Walk in the Park, and of course Cordy got to hold the Choco Bear, and I was holding the I Walk for Chalk sign. So that was really, really cool. Unfortunately, I really wish I could show you the video that I had of Jamie talking, because I think it was really inspirational. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to play. So just want to show those to you guys, and also just say thank you for all of your support for Chalk, because like we were saying in the beginning, your support has really helped our team, and we hope that you guys will continue to, support our mission to raise money for the Children's Hospital of Orange County.
All right, I think
we're
ready for Q&A.
For Q&A, I think we have a few blocks here. Are we going to talk about this one first? Is that the one? Or
sorry.
Hard. I think I saw something about that, and it's a shame.
Yeah, don't.
This is why consequences must be.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we want to discuss it anymore.
Yeah, we're all just kind of like, just don't do it. Just
don't do it. Just don't try to jump out of the log and into another log.
Yeah, those people, if you're doing stuff like that, you need to just be banned, and that's it. Unless there was a medical emergency that caused you to have to exit the log, you should be banned for life. And if there was a medical emergency, you should probably not be getting to theme parks too often.
So if you guys do have any questions, throw them in the chat for us so we can star them and answer them for you. Is Fast and the Furious opened yet?
No, but
cast member preview.
Right. I was going to say, I saw somebody post that they are doing advanced previews right now for cast members and select people or something like that. It was like worded weird. So
Corey's like, I'm going to be there every day, hoping I get on this thing.
Hopefully they'll announce them. We're all really hoping they'll do a pass holder. But people are there. I see all the people, that are staking it out just in case.
Yeah, man. It just looks good.
Yeah.
All right. Another question. What are the restrictions on filming at Disneyland?
Very site for the rules and regulations.
Yeah, for the most part, you're free to film for personal use. If you're going to be using it for any sort of commercial use, other than I believe like a YouTube live stream type of thing, they have a lot of restrictions, and you'll need permission to be able to broadcast it in any other fashion.
You just can't be commercial equipment or anything like that, really.
Yeah, I was going to say they have limits on the equipment that you could bring in as well. Yeah. Although some people have some pretty big cameras and lenses and things that they're bring in. But if they get whiff of you trying to film like a full-blown movie type of situation, they will shut you down real quick.
Yeah, no tripods. Certain rides and attractions do have restrictions, like you can't film on the Chip and Dale Gadget coaster. They don't let anyone film on that, period, whatsoever. But most everything in the park you can film with. I guess, like we just mentioned earlier in the stream, you definitely can go on Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway now, and you don't have to have a wrist strap. But I would just check, Disneyland's policies. You can usually read them on their website. But most everything's pretty easy to film.
Yeah, and tripods are allowed.
Tripods are allowed? I thought they were not allowed.
No, tripods are allowed.
I thought monopods were, but not.
No, selfie sticks only.
As long as it goes down, right? Like tripod, it goes down to the ground, just as long as it doesn't go up. It's supposed to.
Yeah, tripod.
Like lefty loosey, righty tighty, same thing.
Yeah, something. It's really kind of dumb, but tripods are allowed.
And it's still at the discretion. Okay. I mean, ultimately, my experience, is up to the discretion of whoever checks your bag.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Because security sometimes will say, nope, you can't bring this to the park. And then next time you go there, they don't give you a hard time. So, but I do want to say thank you to Heather Smith, because she gifted us a Park Streamers Hangout membership. Woohoo!
Let's see.
And that went to, I don't know how would you pronounce that? I don't know.
It's pronounced Banafe. Oh, sorry.
Daipan Shukamura.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Congratulations.
Yeah, there you go.
Congrats, and thank you again, Heather.
Let's see here. Yes, Montezuma's The Forbidden Fortress has made the full loop. So, yep, it's on its way, and it looks like it's really getting ready to open soon. So I really hope it is.
I'm dreading the lines for that one.
I'm sure it's going to be big.
It's going to be massive.
Question: I have never seen any park streamers on the Indiana Jones ride. Is it because it's too shaky, even for the? Nope, we do it all the time.
Yeah, we go on there.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So keep an eye out, because we go on there often.
Has anyone?
I believe someone did recently.
Yeah, I heard someone was on the caboose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can take the train tour, and you can get in the Lily Bell. So, but ride the tender cart. There you go.
Is that really VIP though?
Whatever.
Yeah.
how you look at it.
Yeah.
6'7". 7'8". All right. I don't see any other questions. You guys see any other questions?
No.
Oh, will you guys ride it? Or Mitch, were you talking? Which ride are you talking about? The Montezuma's Revenge? Absolutely. Or sorry, Montezuma's Forbidden Fortress? Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't wait to ride it. I'm chomping at the bit to get on that ride again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Camille, if we're going to tell you when we're streaming next, so just check out when we're streaming. Some of us have regular streaming nights, and I'm sure we'll be riding Indiana Jones real soon. So, oh, this is a nice comment. Our good friend Adventures Road Commish says, "Park Streamers, thank you for being amazing inspiration and great friends. You are the real ones. Love you lots. Lots of love." Sorry, can't even read right.
Thanks, Roto.
Thank you.
Tammy's asking, any ideas when the diorama will return, and will the dinosaurs have projected faces? No, they better not.
If we do, we're overturning the train cars.
Oh, jeez. Here's one for Danny.
Disney's been very sneaky with their refurbishments and stuff like that. So they'll take something down and not put a return date. I think that's partly out of making sure people don't book a vacation based off of posted refurbishment times, because that can shift. Things happen. So rather than make somebody angry, it's we're just taking it down for refurbishment. No set date for its return, even though they probably know what date they're targeting. Donald's fan, as long as no children were harmed. I completely
and then D23 news. Nothing's really come out yet about that. I assume we're going to be hearing some rumors of things right before D23. Obviously, we're going to hear some updates, excuse me, on things that we already know about, such as the Coco attraction. Maybe we'll hear some updates on the Avatar. I hope they make announcements about Tomorrowland, because that was the thing that we heard about 2 years ago. Obviously, we'll hear about some of the new things that are happening in Walt Disney World with the Cars Land. I'm sure we'll hear about that, and Villains Land, and of course some of the things they're doing in Paris. So those are things that I think we'll all hear about for sure. But other news, don't know about that yet. But come hang out with, I guess, come hang out with me, because Danny and Cordy are not going to the D23. But I've already got my stream set up, and I'll be there the first day and the second day with my daughter. And so come check out and see what the news they're going to release.
What's Tomorrowland?
Underdog wants to know, do you have any friends that are cast members? I have friends and family who are cast members. So I don't know, but I'm sure you guys have friends who are cast members. Do you have family members too?
No. And I don't really have any cast members. I'm not friends.
You don't really have any friends. No, I'm kidding.
You really don't have friends at all. Yeah. Just me and Cordy.
Just you guys. Dang.
All right.
Thanks for letting me hang out, guys.
Mitch is asking, what days are D23? It's August 14th, 15th, and 16th, I believe it is. Something like that. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I will be there.
Camille, it's funny. We just went last night. We went on a night cruise on the Storybook Canal boats. I love that too. Every time if I can see that it's empty, because I will say the challenging part is if you get stuck in the middle of the seat, it's hard to film, because you have people right across from you and you can't really turn much. So if I can find a time like we did last night, there was no one in line. So I was like, yes, we're gonna get the front. Then I'll go for it.
And if you're watching the Disneyland stream, then you were probably shouting it a lot and going, "Why?
Right?
Again."
Aw, that's sweet. It's sloppy. I identify as TPC's friend.
He's not actually my friend. He just identifies as my friend.
All right.
All right, kids.
Finished up.
Yeah, it's 10.
Yeah.
It's 10:30.
Past TPC's bedtime.
Mm-hmm. I still got to take care of some stuff.
Poor
before I
guy.
can go to sleep. Such is life.
All right.
All right. So,
Cordy, lead us out.
yeah. So, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I think it was a good discussion. It was a good show, and do love to hear everybody's opinions and feedback, and just overall great show. So, we're going to let you know where we're going to be and the streaming schedule that we know so far, so that you guys can come join us in the parks. Theme Park Casual, where will you be this week and when?
I will be back at Disneyland on Wednesday and hopefully Friday. I'm not sure if Friday will be a rope drop or a evening stream. I have yet to figure that part out, but Wednesday I'll be there for my usual 5:00 stream at Disneyland.
Wonderful. And Berry Place 28, where will you be and when?
So usually I'm streaming on Sundays and Thursday, folks, and some other day during the week if I can. But this week, since we're going to Vegas, I am streaming again on Wednesday in the morning to the afternoon. And then we're leaving for Vegas, and I will be doing a live stream over at the Bellagio Conservatory, and then maybe even the fireworks on the 4th of July for Vegas. So that's my plans for streaming this week.
Perfect. Where will I be? I think I will be at Disneyland Thursday or DCA Thursday for Cordy drop, hopefully rope drop. And then Sunday back at Disneyland and stuff in between. I'm hoping to go to Universal sometime this week as well.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. Well, without further ado, we want to wish you a good night. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you in the chat.
Everyone have a happy 4th of July. And don't forget, our anniversary for Park Streamers Hangout is on July 5th, which is Sunday. So a happy 3rd anniversary to all of us.
Yay.
Yay.
We made it.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks
Good
for
night.
letting me hang out.